Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Client Spotlight series. I have an amazing client, Laura, here today, who is going to be sharing with you her journey inside of the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind. And we're going to talk about the three things she did in order to triple her rates, double her rates, triple her rates, something, I don't know, we're going to talk about that, and triple her income inside the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind. She went from selling low ticket offers to now selling premium packages, and she's going to walk you through the three steps she took, the most essential things she did. And I just can't wait to share it with you because she just broke it down and simplified it so beautifully. So Laura, welcome. So thank you so much for being here. Please tell everyone who you are and what you do.
Well, hi everyone. Thank you for having me, Juliana. So I am a holistic success coach. So I rapidly help women improve their mind, body, their soul journey, and their bank account by
Yes.
helping them realize what's in their subconscious mind, holding them back, and ensuring that their inner child is not in charge of their business.
Oh, that is so good. Oh my God. I hope
Yeah,
you have that on your Instagram bio now. Seriously, that is
I
so
do.
good.
You have obviously helped me to get to that point. You know,
Oh my
it's
God.
like new level unlocked.
Oh, so good. Okay, so let's get started while I share this in the group. So tell us a little bit about where were you at when before you joined Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind? Like where were you at in your business? What were
Yeah.
you kind of dealing with? You had clients, you were certified. I mean, you knew what you were doing. So tell us a little bit about where you were at so people understand your journey.
So before I joined the mastermind, things were working in my business, but the problem was it was the lower ticket end. So it meant I had to take on, a lot of clients to earn a living, basically. And it kind of led to feeling burnt out. Like I absolutely love what I do, but I felt burnt out and I just knew it wasn't sustainable. So I was selling, a single session for like £500. I was selling a 3 month package for like £1,500. And when I met you in the first call, I remember you were just like, what? Like, it wasn't even believable because I was like removing people's anxiety. I was removing childhood trauma.
Right.
And the price just was not like it wasn't that I was being greedy. It just wasn't enough for the energetic exchange and the transformation I was providing. And it wasn't providing me with the abundant life that I was creating for others.
So good. And so, what inspired you to join Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind specifically? Because there are a lot of marketing programs out there. So, what spoke to you about it?
Well, I had been following you for around a year and I
Really?
just really loved your vibe. Yeah, I just loved your stories, and there were things that stood out to me with you sharing your personal story about different things. And then I joined your 5 day challenge, and I literally got so much value from the 5 day challenge. I think at the end of it, I went on my story and announced to people that I was a premium coach. and and the prices were double, and I got calls booked because
Oh my God!
people just loved my energy that I had received, like the upgrade that I had received. So I thought to myself, right, if I got that from a 5 day challenge, this is for me.
Yeah. Oh, so
So do it.
good. Oh my God, I love that. Okay, amazing. So let's talk about what were the three things that you did in order to let me just make sure that I say the right thing to go from selling low ticket offers to selling a delicious premium offer and tripling your income. So, what was the first thing that you did?
The first thing was realizing the value of my offer.
Yeah.
You know, realizing the transformation that it was actually providing people, and realizing that it was okay for me to charge 5k for
Yeah.
my offer.
Yeah.
um and that was through you, and that was through meeting the other women in the group as well, because my mind was just blown by potential. It was very expansive for me. um and then the second thing was then learning how to communicate that value to my ideal client, which
Right.
before I was just, the posts that are like a quote or like, hey, I'm like out for dinner, or hey, I'm on holiday. It was that kind of, I just didn't know what I was doing. And I think I had
Yeah.
an attraction marketing unconsciously. And I was sharing some testimonials, but it wasn't until I met you in Parmes that I was able to communicate the value of my offer. Um, and then the third thing was, I'm trying to think because there were so many good things. I'm trying to think of the third thing. Um,
Remember you mentioned before the call, it was about
yeah,
the sales process.
the sales process. Yes, sorry, my mind went on a
No, it's
tangent there. 'Cause I was
perfect.
thinking about the mastermind, and I got like sucked back in. It was such a good
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes. So the sales process, because I'm all about being trauma informed. So I felt some kind of way about handling objections.
Yeah.
But what I know now is that in a lot of circumstances, sometimes not, sometimes people just can't afford things or it's not the right time. But in a lot of circumstances, the thing that needs healed and fixed is the thing that will stop a client from signing up because they feel not enough to
Yeah.
have that level of investment. So, for me, it was learning how to handle the sales process elegantly and ethically and feel okay about being a stand for my client and a stand for their vision and feeling okay within myself to coach them through their decision.
So good. So tell me a little bit about what is the difference between any sales training that you've had before and the one that you received in Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind. Like, why was it different? Why did it sit really well with you, especially for those coaches who really care about being in integrity and being ethical and who maybe have a little fear that, like, charging more or raising their prices is going to have to be done with fear and manipulation or pressure. I think is the main thing that people feel like you have to pressure people into paying at a higher. So tell us, can you please just clarify for people your experience of really being a premium coach, selling at a premium level and doing it with that process? What was it different for you and how did it land for you differently?
I think what had happened to me was that I had had, the hard sell done on me. And I had signed up to things before,
Yeah.
and I kind of know that it was a hard sell.
Yeah.
So I think it was my own personal experience that was putting me off. I felt that I might be in that category of people who were doing that hard sell.
Yeah.
And I'd seen people talking online about coaching on the decision and that was negative and that was manipulation and everything. And but with your process and what I learned, implementing it, and I learned from my clients that, I deal with things like procrastination. So I have a client who procrastinates over the decision, even though
Right.
they have maybe the money there. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Yeah.
it really enabled me to see that it was these limiting beliefs, these childhood wounds and hurts, and maybe adverse experiences. A lot of people invested in the last few years when they were stuck at home, maybe had a bad experience. So all of that can create like a perfect storm for someone not to sign up for the thing that is going to change their life. So I really realized that in your mastermind.
Yeah. Oh my God. So good. So good. Okay. And so, what is something that surprised you about the coaching inside of the program? Like, what is something that you're like, okay, this is going to be amazing. This program is going to be great when you signed up. But then, what is a surprising factor that really delighted you that can give people a little bit of a peek inside of the program that may not even think that they're going to get?
My mind was blown by actually the amount of coaching that is available, and you don't have to go to it all,
Yeah.
but you could have, 3 calls a week at times, quite often. And um, having the copy coaching from Parmes was just, it blew my mind. It just honestly was mind blowing. Um, so it surprised me what was in the container
Yeah.
because I didn't really sign up based on the components because obviously you are an expert at selling the value. So
Yeah.
like the value.
Yeah.
And then when I got in, I was like, wow. Like I remember going through all the modules like in the spa on my phone because I was just like, wow, the stuff in the modules. So if you're going to sign up and you're thinking, oh, I'll wait till the last minute, I would say don't like sign up and get into those modules because then when the coaching starts, you can actually ask questions about what you've already watched.
Yeah, exactly. So good. Best advice ever. People wait until the last minute and then they are kind of like absorbing the content and getting coached on the content. And when you have had time to watch the modules and let it
Yeah.
sink into you, then you have integrated it and then you can have a revelation that you can bring to a coaching session or a question that has arise. So I love that advice for everyone who's watching this is the time to apply it, like literally right now. Okay, anything else that you want to share with people about? You make it sound so easy, by the way. You're like, okay, I just got clear on the value of my offer. I got clear on how to communicate it, and I got clear on how to navigate a decision making process with my clients elegantly. That's easy. You made it sound so easy, and it gets to be that simple. Tell us a little bit about what the journey was like for you because there was a lot of humanness really that kind of happened. There were a lot of times where you felt like, oh my god, things are like sticky and is it working, like I'm working the process and like is it working, and then you held the intention and you held your belief and then things just started popping for you. So can you just share with people a little bit about that before we wrap up?
Yeah, so right in the middle of it, I had like a personal thing come up and I was just so stressed and in a negative mindset. And I think it's so easy when you get into that to spiral downwards.
Yeah.
But being in the Magnetize, Monetize Mastermind, I had set that goal, that I was going to sell this 5K offer, and it just really kept me motivated. But also, there is a vibe of acceptance in the mastermind. And you will see what I loved was it's not that I love to see people cry, but people did cry on the calls. And I felt okay about myself.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you have a business, it can, make you cry because you want to do so well. And maybe you're being hard on yourself.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people going through those kind of like what would you say, like up levels.
Transitions, up levels. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like shedding old layers of themselves,
Yeah.
and there's a bit of grief that comes with that. So I think the vibe of acceptance, where it's like, do you know what? It gets to be messy at times, but you still get to sell, you still get to run your business.
Yeah.
And that's what I really learned. And it was so enlightening for me to see that it wasn't just me who was sometimes, having these little breakdowns about my business.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful. Sisterhood and just community is
Yeah.
such an important part. And also because it's so intimate, people feel. Tell us a little bit about that. How does it feel to be inside of the program? Do you feel like a number? Do you feel like people really care about you, both the community and the coaches? What does it feel like? Because I think a lot of people have a bit of fear in group coaching that they're going to feel like a number.
Totally. I understand that. But in this, your mind will be blown by the people that you will meet, because you will meet people doing amazing things or not. Like me, you'll see someone going from £500 to £5,000. Your mind will be blown. And I made friends from the mastermind and we actually connected, we collaborated. I'm in someone else's mastermind now. I'm like writing a book and everything. So it's literally, it's the container is part of it. Being there with the other women and the coaches as well, that's all part of it, as well as the content.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. Like you have the modules, but you have the community, you have the support. It's so
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Amazing. So, cool. So, just to recap, what were the amazing results that you received, or what are the amazing transformations that you created inside of the program? So, just tell us about a little bit about in terms of income and in terms of your confidence. Like, let's recap. What are all those amazing things that you created?
So immediately, I mean, before I'd even got on the coaching calls, I had doubled the price of my like one-off 30-day package. And then during the mastermind, I raised my prices from £1,500 for 3 months to 5K for 4 months. But also, my ability to coach became a lot stronger. I work with women who they want to create, I know this is your word, spaciousness in their lives.
Yeah.
And I'm able to help them. Obviously, I don't share your trade secrets or anything, but I'm able to help them because I've elevated. I understand how difficult sometimes it can feel to sell, how difficult it can feel to show up, and how to speak to your ideal client. So I'm able to actually coach my clients in a much better way than I was before. So you do get the return on your investment in multiple ways.
Yeah. So good. Amazing. Yeah, you elevate as a premium coach. Not just your prices, it's
Yeah,
like your ability to coach at a premium level just elevates. Just because you are in a premium
exactly.
container with a premium coach. I mean, it's just the whole thing just elevates you. So
Yeah.
beautiful. So good. So anything else that you want to say to anyone who's on the fence thinking about it?
I will give you the same advice I would give my clients. Is this decision one from fear or love? So if you really loved yourself, you weren't scared of failing, you weren't scared that maybe you'll not do as well as the other women, you weren't scared of letting yourself down. If you really loved yourself and you held the vision for yourself, what would the decision be?
Seriously, this woman has gotten the soulful sales process in her DNA, and she's selling like a queen from a place of love. That is so good. What a beautiful question. This is like one of my favorite ways that anyone has ended a live stream or these interviews. What a gorgeous question. Wow, so clean, so beautiful, and like totally guides you to the truth, like the best decision that you could make. Whether that is joining or not, it guides you to the truth. And most of the times, it's going to be, if you're watching this right now, if you're a person watching this right now, there's a reason why you made it this far, and that means that you want it. So when you check in with yourself, that is the best question to ask. So I love that, Laura. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Oh my God, of course. Okay, so where can people find you if they want to work with you or they want to ask you any questions?
So I'm most active on my Instagram, which is at Let Go with Laura. So you can find me there. You can send me a DM or you can book a free call and we'll have a chat.
Beautiful. So good. Alrighty, my love. Well, thank you so much for being here. I love your presence. You're so bubbly and also so calming. I just love that about you. So, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with another episode. And go ahead and apply right now. As Laura said, this is the best time to do it because you can join early. You can start watching the modules. I will make sure that when you apply, I read your application and I tell you exactly what I think. If I feel like you're the perfect fit, I'll definitely give you an acceptance email. But if I feel like you're not the right fit right now, I'll also let you know. I've said to plenty of people that maybe it's not the right time because I want you all to be a success story in the program and to be here. And so I only know that I can help clients. I only take on clients that I know that I can help. So you'll be receiving my most transparent answer. Go ahead and apply right now, and I will see you in there. Thank you, Laura. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.